Hello, hello, hello. How are you? This is Els coming from Bemis Crafty Corner. Today, we're going to be working on this. So, it's a book page pocket, but it's a little bit different. So, it's 6 pockets, and we're going to make this one together today. And all we need are 6 book pages. So, grab yourself some book pages, and come on back, and I'll give you the rest of the supply list, and we'll get started on this one. I'll be right back. Okay, supplies. Obviously, book pages. And we're going to want 6 of these. Okay, so 6 book pages. They can be any size that you have. All right, 6 book pages. A bone folder. Some adhesive. And you're probably going to want, if you're not going to do the whole thing in liquid glue, you could use a glue stick to put the pages together, and then use this to do the assembly, and then a paper trimmer. So I've seen a lot of book pockets. It's a thing. So let's do these. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to glue my pages together. And once I have my pages glued together, I will be right back. Alright, once you have your pages glued together and you know that they're glued all the way to the corners, you've pressed them down, you know they're ready to work with, the next thing we're going to do is we're going to start to fold them up. And what we want to do is we want to make sure that we have them the distance that we want at the top, okay? So I'm going to go ahead and ink the tops of these so you can see the tops. And I'll worry about inking the rest of it in a little bit. But I just want to ink the top pieces so that you can see the tops of each one as I lay them down. So, I'm going to use this one because I don't want those words. Okay. So I'm going to lay these down one on top of the other, and I'm going to leave about 1/2 inch to 3/4 of an inch between each one. And then once I have that and I have them all lined up, I'm going to start folding. Okay, I'm going to bring this one up until I have about the same distance. Okay. Let me go ahead and ink that one so we can see it. So about 3/4 to 1/2 inch. And then I'm going to bring up the next one. To about 3/4 to 1/2 inch. You'll see it'll kind of force you to put them where it wants to be. If you do this and you kind of mess with them a little bit, you'll get them all a nice even distance. Okay, let me get this last one inked. All right, so go and mess around and get that done, and get them all, a decent distance apart that you're comfortable with. And then go ahead and use your bone folder to press all of those folds. And then come back and we'll move on to the next part. I'll be right back. Alrighty. So now for the next part. what we're going to do is we're going to glue these down on one side. Okay? Just one side. So, glue here, fold it up. Flip this one, glue here. Make sure that you put the glue on the pocket side and not on the base side, because otherwise it's going to come out. You'll have too much glue. And I'm pressing it down with my bone folder each time. Then I'll lift up the next one, glue down the edge. Put it down. Making sure that I keep everything nice and lined up. Okay? And then the last one. Here we go. Now, I'm going to put a couple of clamps on this and let it completely dry before we move on to the next part. Okay? So, get yours glued up and then meet me back here and we will move on to the next part. I'll be right back. Okay, so now mine is all glued up. This is all dried. All my pages are dry. And we're moving on to the next part. Now, if you're not sure that your trimmer will make it through this, then by all means use a craft knife, okay? But what we're going to do is we're going to set this up to where we want this angle to be. We're going to cut through. All right. Whew. Be fearless, ladies. Come back in with your scissors and clean up anything that you need to. Now those we're done with. However, we can do something with them, so don't get rid of them. Okay? But now we have to go about inking the rest of this. And that's why we didn't ink to begin with. So now we're going to ink down this side. Ink across the bottom. And then we're going to ink each one of these individually. And you've got plenty of room to do that. And this is actually going to help you see a few things. One, are your pages separating? Two, do you have enough room here? Oh, there's Harry. He's swinging in. Hi, Harry. You got paper all over you, baby. And if you have any spots where I need to work, no, you can't play with my ink, Donna. Now, if you have any spots where your papers are separating, just come back in with your glue and reseal those. I know you love Mommy's work, but could you please stop? Come on, get down. Come on, get down. Get down. Down. Get down. Thank you. All right, so a couple of tricks. One, if the words upside down bother you, that first page, turn it upside down before you fold it. That will make the words come up in the right direction. Just an FYI. Okay? If it doesn't bother you, then don't worry about it. So now we've got our little step pocket. We don't need to put any finger nips in any of these because it's all, these are all tucks. But you can see they get deeper and deeper. So for me, the last one it's almost 7 inches. And then this one is about 6. And the next one is about 5. And then 4 and 3 and 2. So this last one is about 2 inches. Yeah, just about. It's like 2 1/4. Okay? So each one of these gives you that extra space. So you can put very tall tags or very big journaling cards in the back and very small things in the front. Okay, so now I'm going to go ahead and get some stuff off my desk and get out some other things, and we're just going to do a little bit of decorating real quick, okay? I'll be right back. All right, so I've got some scraps from something else that I did, and I want a torn look. I don't want to, I don't want it to be perfect, So I'm just going to tear that, and I'm going to tear it right here. Is that looking pretty good? Okay. And we'll tear it at the bottom, just a little bit. And of course on the other end. And then I'm going to ink this. Now, of course, if you're doing this as a make-ahead, just leave it. Stop. Stop. But if you're putting this into something that you're working on today, by all means, keep going, All right. There's a little bit of a direction on this paper, so I'm going to make sure it's going in the right direction. And by that, I mean there's writing on it. That's all I mean. We're just going to put that on. And let's see. We will add a label of that, and then let's see. I know it's a washi sticker, but I don't like all the white around it. And I know I can get rid of most of it with some ink, but I like to just kind of trim it down a little bit. So, it's not too in your face that it's a sticker. Alright, so we've trimmed a little bit down. I'm just going to hit it with the ink all over. I don't really care about edging on this, just kind of all over to dull it down. And then there we go. We're going to add that. And I think it needs a little something right here. So let's see. And there we go. I think that's perfect. Okay, so now I can decorate the rest of the pockets if I want to, but I don't need to. But if I wanted to, I could certainly add some stuff, into each one of the pockets. Maybe maybe a little washi tape. Let's do some washi. Well, we'll do some stickers. How's that? So I've got these like stamp stickers. And so if I want to, I could like put one randomly on each step. Let's see. small one. Here we go. This would work. So you could decorate each one individually if you want to. It's entirely up to you. But what a great little way of being able to put a lot of stuff into a very small space. You can put a lot of stuff on a page with this. So let me get this cleaned up. And let's take a look at what we can put in here. So I'm just going to get down my tag bin. This is just where I keep stuff that I make tags out of. So we have a tall one that we can put in the back here. And look at that sucker. No. There's another one, like a bookmark. Here's a nice tag. Look at the size of these things. Okay, and let's see. That one. So you can see these are all very large. And it doesn't have to just be tags. It could be, you know, a journaling card. You could just put a bunch of journaling cards in there at different sizes. So just a lot of stuff that you can fit into this tiny little space. All right, that's my project for today. So if you're new here, push the button for me. If you're coming back, thank you. What else? Check out the community tab or go on over to my Facebook group and find out what's going on the channel. What do we have, you know, happening? What's coming up? All of that kind of good stuff. And check out my Ko-Fi. There's some free digitals over there. And you could also go and join my Patreon. Lots of great benefits over there. You can get discounts in my Etsy shop. You can get free quarterly projects. You can get regular happy mails. Just all kinds of stuff. Until I see you again, stay well, my friends. Bye-bye.